Well, yesterday we saw the Nigeria's equity market close flat with the all-share index gaining just 0.02% to close at 33,357.16 points. Now, UBA was investors' toast, trading over 337.2 million shares valued at 32.9 million naira. Well, let's join Aigboje Higo, the managing director at Capital Bancorp at the Nigerian Stock Exchange, for an update on how the market is faring today. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, today we see a light trading at the moment, with the all-share index up by 0.03%. We also see banking stocks like UBA, Stanbic and Diamond topping the gainers table at the moment. And petroleum stock Oando leading the laggers table with a 1 naira 48 kobo loss. And what's your take really on the performance of the market today?
Well, it's more of the same. It's a bit like yesterday. It's slightly better than yesterday. But, if you look at March, March has been rather tepid. It's been a bit slow, but it's not bad. UBA is doing well. UBA did very well yesterday. So some of the banking stocks continue to do well, as they have done since the beginning of the year. But there's still a bit of time left today, so things could still pick up. But so far, it's a bit sluggish.
All right, but really, what do you really take on the volatility experienced at the equities market in the past few weeks? Though we see it picking up today gradually, like you said, but what do you really make of this trend? Well,
like I said, March has been slow, and it's not unexpected. I think people are waiting for some good news. They're waiting for a lift, and I hazard a guess that sometime about the end of March, first weeks of April, the market will really become more exciting, because then more results should be out on the market, and the end of year results for the banks. Yeah.
Well, like I mentioned earlier, Oando has just lost about almost a 2 naira loss for Oando, although it could pick up, though trading is still on. But what are your thoughts on that stock, and on the petroleum marketing space?
Well, the oil marketing stocks haven't really done well, but Oando is doing well. I mean, Oando, remember that the rights were at 12 naira. It went as high as 20 naira plus a couple of days ago. So even though it's gone down a bit today, I would say Oando is still doing very well. I think the market has confidence in it, and people are trading in Oando. But oil and gas, people are very careful. They're still waiting for the global picture, the outlook. They want to be sure exactly what government is going to do with that sector of the market. But Oando specifically is doing well. Okay. As some of the others, yeah.
Okay, but let's take a broader look at the market now. Now, how do you think the market has performed this year? I mean, we got favorable news this year. The market has maintained an upward trend. Oando's right issue, UAC Property Development Company also offered a real estate trust, and the launch of a bond trading platform. Now, what are your broad expectations for the second quarter?
Well, more of the same. I expect the second quarter to be even a lot better. Just like you said, year to date, as of yesterday, we were up just about under 19%. That's very good news. January was good. February was a little bit slow. March has been much slower, but I expect April to do well. I expect us to see gains in banking sectors, insurance sector, consumer goods sector. So I expect the market to do well in the second quarter. The outlook is good, barring any major upheavals, and I don't see that happening. Right. Or any bad results or anything happening, but so far so good.
Okay, we're still talking projections. A note from Renaissance Capital, as you know, has re-rated Access Bank to a hold from a buy. Now, reasons being that the bank's forecast for the second quarter of the year is below expectation. Now, this comes just as the banks plan to release their earnings report for the first quarter of the year 2013. Now, do you think we might see more negative surprises?
We may see one or two, but because, until it's done, it's not done. But I expect that most of the banking stocks will do well. Most of the banks will post stellar returns. But there might be one or two surprises. So, yeah, Access Bank, a bit of a surprise. So we may get one or two, but overall, the picture is still very positive.
Oh, well, just in a nutshell, what are your stock picks, as the week winds down? The financials, which seem to be trading the favorite right now at the moment. Are you going to be picking from there or some other sector?
No, I'll pick from the banking sector financials. I think there's still some good buys there. Before the result comes out, it's still a good time to pick up some stocks. Some of the consumer goods sector, yeah, there are a few good stocks there too.
All right, so basically you are going to be going for the financial stocks this time. It seems you sound like you have a lot of faith in that sector. I mean, earnings reports are yet to come out, But
Yeah,
you sound so strongly about it already.
No, but we've seen 9-month results. We know that there can be surprises, but for maybe 3 or 4 of the banks, we're expecting a lot of good things from them, and I'm sure they won't disappoint the market.
Well, thank you so much. I've been speaking with Aigboje Higo, the Managing Director at Capital Bancorp, on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange.